Hey guys, welcome to Y&R Daily Update YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Today's topics. Why Abbott Communications, mystery investor on Y&R is one. Audra didn't see coming. Victor is launching a new attack against the Abbotts, particularly Jack, but he could end up sabotaging Abbott Communications in a way that Audra didn't anticipate. On The Young and the Restless. December 10th, Victor is back in Genoa City, which means he's also back to plotting his next move. Now that Matt Clark is a distant memory, Victor can shift his focus to Jack Abbott instead. However, he could take down the entire Abbott family and sabotage Idra's new opportunity. Key takeaways: Victor and Adam are plotting to destroy Jabba, but they could aim for Abbott Communications. Audra has good vibes about the mystery investor. Victor could pull the wool over everyone's eyes. Audra has a good feeling about the investor at the lounge. Audra Zulika Silver surprised Sally Courtney Hope with a sweet gift. She wanted to wish her best friend good luck on her launch with Billy Jason Thompson. She knows that it'll be a success. Audra handed Sally a gift bag. Sally reached into the bag and pulled out a travel book. She wondered when she would use it, since she would be busy running a company. Audra reminded her of the times when they would create a future without men. She brought up the Greek island of Lemnos, which was taken over by the Amazons, the women who killed the men who ran the island. So, if Sally needed to get away, she could go to this island where she would find her worth. Sally was touched by Adra's thoughtful gift. She promised her friend that her investor will hire Audra on. Audra has a good feeling that the investor is a woman, which could help her case. Victor is back to scheming. Meanwhile, Victor Eric Bredin returned home to the Newman Ranch. He returned from Los Angeles with Nick, Joshua Morrow, Sharon Case, Noah Lucas Adams, and Sienna Tamara Brown. Closing parenthesis. Nikki, Melody Thomas. Scott already knew that Victor was up to something. She could tell that he was already back to his old ways. His private conversations with Adam Mark Grossman got Nikki wondering what they were talking about. The two are plotting to take down Jack, Peter, Bergman and Jabot. Now that Victor knows that Kane's Billy Flynn AI program works, he wants to unleash it on his longtime arch nemesis, but he could end up aiming in another direction. He could release it at Abbott Communications' party and kill two birds with one stone. Jabba would implode, and Abbott Communications would fail to launch. Victor could have control of both companies. He could also end up as Abbott's mystery investor, which would throw Audra off her game. Victor would ensure that she would never achieve any success in Genoa City. From the moment Abbott Communications, ABCom, was introduced in Genoa City, the venture was supposed to represent ambition, a fresh start, an Abbott-led bid to carve out something new, stable, and profitable. But as with all things in the world of the Abbotts, under the shiny veneer lies a labyrinth of alliances, betrayals, secret deals, and shifting loyalties. Audra Charles enters the picture as a businesswoman with talent, sharp, ambitious, and eager for a chance. As detailed by character recaps, she was brought in ostensibly to help shape a major corporate move tied to a public offering. But Adra's past, and more importantly, her connections, were tangled. She'd already been involved with other ventures that sputtered, and she carried her own baggage of secrets into that already volatile mix. Steps a mystery investor, whose identity becomes central not just to the future of AB, but to the power dynamics of multiple families. The reveal, subtle, sneaky, and shocking, upends everything. For Audra, who is used to playing and often winning power games, this is the kind of curveball she didn't anticipate. The mystery investor. More than money, it's strategy, control, revenge. The investor behind Abbott Communications isn't just a wealthy backer throwing cash at a hopeful startup. What makes this reveal so seismic is the motive behind the money. According to recent reporting, this mystery investor is part of a larger strategic move, an attack on Abbott heritage, power, and stability, especially aimed at the Abbott Chancellor family and their corporate empire. In other words, Abbott-Dom isn't simply a new venture, it's a Trojan horse. For Audra, who believed she was stepping into an opportunity to build something of her own, or at least, her own corporate clout, the idea that the money behind the company was tied to machinations, targeting her allies or even her enemies is a blow to her assumptions and her agency. The mystery investor's entrance shifts ABCom from potential triumph to potential trap, a mechanism that could be used to destabilize not just Abbott Communications but the entire network of alliances, companies, and family loyalties under the Abbott and Newman umbrellas. Why Audra didn't see it coming. and why fans are reacting strongly. 1. Audra's past and overconfidence has survived before she comes with a past. Companies, deals, shady ties, failures, secrets. In a world full of betrayals, she's been scrappy. That history may have instilled in her a certain arrogance, a belief that she could handle whatever came her way, as long as she was ready to fight dirty if needed. But what she underestimated was not just dirty, it was systemic. The idea that someone powerful would covertly use Abacom as a weapon, embedding themselves as the silent backbone to steer events from shadows, was outside her anticipated playing field. 2. The illusion of control. Audra likely believed that once she had a seat at the table, especially in a new venture, she'd have influence. But the mystery investor reveal pulled out the rug. Funding doesn't automatically equal control. Money can buy many things, and sometimes, it buys obedience, secrets, and leverage. When the investor remains anonymous, even those inside a BCOM, like Audra, are in the dark. That ambiguity means the power behind the throne may have agendas entirely antithetical to hers. That's terrifying for someone used to making decisions, because suddenly, she's not calling the shots. 3. The stakes. It's personal, not just corporate. In the world of Genoa City, business isn't business, it's family, it's personal. Companies like Abcom, and sagas involving funding and takeovers, are entangled with vendettas, legacies, and generational power. For Audra, being pulled into one of those storms, especially as a pawn masquerading as a partner, means more than risking her job or reputation. She risks becoming collateral in a war she's only partly seen. The reveal turns every move she makes under Abacom into a gamble. Who is she really working for? Who's next to stab her in the back? 4. The element of surprise, viewers and characters alike. From a narrative standpoint, the mystery investor twist is brilliant. It blindsides not just the characters, but the audience too. For someone like Audra who thrives on tension, on strategy, being blindsided is a rare weakness. For many fans, that's an exciting moment. They watch as a confident, cunning character is forced into vulnerability. The shock value isn't just about who invested, it's about what does this mean. Indeed, social media buzz and spoiler reports suggest this reveal isn't simply a business move, it's a message. People expect chaos, conflict, betrayals, maybe even a breakdown. Which means Audra's scramble isn't just about keeping her job. It's about saving what's left of her future. The broader fallout, what the mystery investor means for Genoa City. This twist doesn't just affect Audra or Abbott Communications. It ripples out, potentially touching multiple storylines, power dynamics, and rivalries across Genoa City. Abbott versus Newman, power struggle. Abbott-Tom was always positioned as an alternative, maybe even a threat to long-standing powerhouses. If its funding is secretly controlled by someone aligned with Newman interests or other hostile parties, it turns a rival into a weapon. Betrayal, trust issues, and paranoia. Once the idea of a hidden investor becomes real in characters' minds, trust becomes a scarce commodity. Allies aren't safe. Deals are tainted. Every handshake could mask betrayal. Audra's vulnerability and leverage. Though this development threatens Audra, it might also give her leverage. If she learns who this investor is or gains proof, she could renegotiate terms, expose secrets, or turn the tables. But that requires playing dangerously smart. New storylines, alliances, and showdowns. The reveal practically invites chaos, betrayals, shifting alliances, power grabs. Viewers can expect boardroom showdowns, family fights, maybe even violence, a true domino effect. How? This twist strengthens the soap's drama and challenges the characters. The best soap plots thrive on tension, uncertainty, and deeply personal stakes. The mystery investor twist behind Abbott Communications does exactly that, and more. It creates dramatic suspense both for characters and viewers. Each episode can now be loaded. Will the investor reveal himself, or will the truth come out in scandal? It redefines character motivations. For Audra, what she thought was ambition suddenly feels naive. For those behind the investment, every move becomes about control and slow burns. It forces characters to make hard choices: trust, betrayal, sacrifice, self-preservation. In a show built on family ties and loyalty, that minefield of choices is gold. It blurs the line between business storyline and personal revenge arc. Abcom is not just a company, it's a battlefield, a chessboard, a reward, and a weapon, all in one. Why the mystery investor reveal feels like a classic soap tweet.